Exercise 8B, question number 14. Every year, the value of a surveying machine depreciates by 25% of its value in the previous year. If the value of the machine was $11,250 in 2012, find its value in 2010. Now, to solve this question, we know that the given data, we have the value of machine in 2012, which is 11,250. So we will start from this data. We know that the value of the machine in 2012 is 11,215. Since the value of the machine decreases 25% every year, so first of all, we will find the value of the machine in 2012. Then we will find its value in 2010, which is the required question. So we know that the value decreases 25% every year. It means that after the end of 2011, the value of the machine increased by 25%. So to find the value of this machine in 2012, we will start from 75% of value in 2011. Why we are taking 75%? Because we have given the value of the machine depreciates, means decreases 25% every year. So we have done such type of questions, just like in question number 1. We know that if we have given a decreased value, then it means we will subtract the given percentage from 100. And if we have given increased value, then it means we will add this given percentage to 100. Now in this question, since we have given decreased value by 25%, therefore we will subtract this 25 from 100. Therefore the value will become 75% of value in 2011. Now $11,250 is the 75% of value in 2011. After 2011, the value of the machine which is given is 11,250. So we will find the value of this machine first of all in 2011 and then in 2010. So we will apply the same method just we have done in question number 1, 2 and 3. After this step, the second step will be 1% of the value in 2011. Then we know that we will divide this 75 by 11,250, just we have done before. And then in the third step, let's find 100% of value in 2011. Simply we will multiply this 100 by the fraction 11,250 divided by 75. Now we know that this 100 and 75 both are the multiples of 5, means you can divide these two numbers 100 and 75 by 5. Let's divide this 100 by 5, the quotient will be 20. And if you divide this 75 by 5, you will have the quotient 15. Again, we know that this numerator 11,250 and denominator 15 both are the multiples of 3. So let's divide this numerator by 5, both are the multiples of 5, and if we divide this numerator 11,250 by 5, we will have the quotient 2,250. Same as if you divide this denominator 15 by 5, then we know that 5 times 3, 15, multiplied by 20 as it is. Once again, this number 2,250 is divisible by 3. And if you divide this numerator by denominator 3, you will have the quotient 750 multiplied by 20 as it is. Now let's take the product of these two numbers, 750 multiplied by 20, their product will be 15,000, which is the value of machine in 2011. Now you see, if the value of this machine is 15,000 in 2011, after a decrease of 25%, the value of machine will become 11,250 from 15,000. So we have calculated the value of this machine in 2011 Now let's find the value of this machine in 2010. So for this, again we will depreciate the value by 25%. Then it means that 75% of value in 2010, $15,000. It means at the end of 2010 and in the beginning of 2011, the value of the machine is 15,000. So let's find the value of this machine for 2010. So 75% of value in 2010, $15,000. Now let's find 1% of value in 2010. Then we know that we will divide the 75 by 15,000. And then for the third step, let's find 100% value in 2010. So simply we will multiply this 100 by 15,000 divided by 75. Again, we can divide this 100 by 5, so the quotient will be 20. And if we divide this 75 by the same number 5, you will have the quotient 15. Now the remaining quantities are 15,000 divided by 15 multiplied by 20. Again, we can divide this 15,000 by 15, so simply calculation is there. 15 times 1, 15, and 3 zeros will be written as it is. This means that if you divide this 15,000 by 15, the quotient will be 1000 multiplied by 20 as it is. Now simply let's take the product of these two numbers. If we multiply 1000 by 20, we will have $20,000, which is the value of machine in 2010. So it means that the initial value of the machine in 2010 was $20,000, and in 2011 the value decreases 25%, and $20,000 changed to $15,000. And then in 2012 this value further decreases from 25% and becomes $11,250 in 2012. Now question number 15. The value of an investment portfolio decreased by 8% in 2010. In 2011, its value increased by 5% of its value in 2010. Given that the value of the portfolio at the end of 2011 was $61,824. Find its original value. Now once again we have given increase and decreased values, so we will add and subtract the given percentages from 100. So first of all, 105% of value at the end of 2010. Why? Because we know that in 2011 the value of investment portfolio increases by 5% of its value in 2010. So it means that if the value increases by 5%, so we will add this 5% to 100. Then this 5% will become 105% because the value increases. So 105% of value at the end of 2010, we have given 61,824. Now this is the value of portfolio investment at the end of 2010. Now let's find 1% of the value at the end of 2010, and we know that we will divide this 105 by $61,824. And then for the third step, we will find 100% of value at the end of 2010. Then simply we will multiply this 100 by this fraction, 61,824 divided by 100, multiplied by, 105 multiplied by 100. Once again, 105 and 100 both are the multiples of 5, so we can divide these two numbers by 5. If you divide this 100 by 5, we know that the quotient is 20. Same as if you divide this 105 by 5, you will have the quotient 21. Next step. Now again, numerator 61,824 and denominator 21 both are the multiples of 7. So let's divide this numerator and denominator by 7. We will have $20,608 and divided by 7, because 3 times 7, 21. Both numerator and denominator are the multiples of 3, not 7. They are the multiples of 3. So we will divide this numerator and denominator by 3. And then we know that the numerator 20,608 is the multiple of 7. Means if you divide this numerator by the denominator 7, you will have the quotient 2,944 multiplied by 20 as it is. If we take the product of these two numbers, we will have 58,880, which is the value of investment portfolio at the end of 2010. Now this is the value at the end of 2010, and we have given that at the end of 2010 for 2011 its value increases by 5%. Then it means if at the end of 2010 the value is 58,880, then for 2011 the value increases by 5% and becomes 61,824. Now let's find the original value. Means value before the increment of 8%. Let's find the value of this portfolio investment before the increment of 8%. So it means that since we have decreased value, therefore we will subtract this 8% from 100. So it means that we have 92% of original value. So 58,880, we will take this 58,880 as the 92% of original value, because we want to find the value before 2010 and before the increment of 8%. Let's find this value. Now again, for the second step, we will take 1% of the value at the end of 2010. You have 1% of value, 1% of original value. Okay, well, let me change this sentence. 1% of original value. Then it means we will divide this 92 by 58,880. Same as, let's find 100% of original value. Let me change this word. 100% of original value, then it means we will multiply 100 by this fraction 58,880 divided by 92. Now we have some calculation in this step. We can divide this 100 by 2. The quotient will be 55 times 2 times 5, 10, and 0 as it is. And let's divide this 92 by 2. We will have the quotient 48. Again, we can divide this denominator 46 and 50 by 2. We will have the quotient 25, and 2 times 2, 4, 2 times 3, 6, 23. Again, we know that if we divide this 58,880 by 23, we will have the quotient 2,560. Now let's take the product of these two numbers, multiply 2,560 by 25. We will have the product $64,000, which is the original value of the investment portfolio before the decrease of 8%. So this is the required percentage, or this is the required value. So the original value of the investment portfolio was $64,000, and then after decrease of 8%, the value became $58,880 from $64,000. After that, after that, an increase of 5%. This value 58,880 became $61,824. So that's it for today. Thank you so much.